Oh, hey there. So, as you know, this morning, none of these trusses were here, and none of this OSB decking plywood was here either. But we're not lazy, so we took 28 minutes and we put all this stuff together. And we used the help of the SkyTrack there, and that's that. Now, I want to talk to you guys about safety a little bit because, as I always say, safety third. Now, one rule that I have learned the hard way is that you don't put anything on a ladder and then leave it there and then think, oh, I'll remember that it's there. Let me tell you what kind of stuff happens. Okay, I had a nail gun, which is pretty heavy, 8 pounds or something like that. That's like a gallon of milk. And I put it up on top of a 12-foot ladder. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna get down and get right back up. I got down, I got distracted, blah, off I go. Oh, let me move this ladder. And then you know what happened? That big nail gun, framing nail gun, fell and hit me right on top of the head. And I was like, nope. So then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop leaving stuff on top of ladders because I can't tell you how many times somebody's like put a hammer up there, put something up there, gallon of paint, you name it. And then it falls on somebody or hurts somebody, it falls and drops, breaks, whatever. So we don't put things on top of ladders and leave them, ever. Like, you just gotta make it a habit to like, I don't do this. Another thing you don't do, and I learned this on day one, you don't step on anything on a roof that is not nailed down, especially hoses. Air hoses, you step on that thing, it'll take you right to the ground. Well, today, I was walking and we got camouflage hoses, okay? So that they're not camouflage like traditional camouflage. They're camouflage like they're the same color as the roof. And so I was walking along and all of a sudden I hit it and we were pretty close to the edge. And I slipped and poor Joe, he's like, he grabbed my leg and he came straight down to the roof. He's like, hold me. I'm kind of trying to catch my balance or whatever. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm so used to dangerous, stupid stuff happening. And I was just like, oh, thanks, man. You saved my life. And I kept going and he's like, I just saw your life flash before my eyes. I'm like, oh, yeah, whatever. So those are a couple safety tips for you. There's more. Don't stand on the top rung of the ladder. We always do, but you shouldn't do it. So do as I say, not as I do. What else? What are some other safety tips, Mo? Oh, here's one. This is a good one. Okay, so a lot of people get in the habit with nail guns, they bump fire. So they keep their finger on the, watch your eye close to the edge. They keep their finger on the trigger and then they hit the gun, bang, 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 but they've got their finger on the trigger the whole time. And so when the safety disengages, then it reloads a bullet and then they keep shooting like that. So they bump fire. The problem is you get in the habit of keeping your finger on the trigger. And this guy had his finger on the trigger and he's walking up a ladder with a framing nailer and he lifts his knee up and it hits him right in the knee and a 3-inch nail goes underneath his kneecap and 3 inches into his leg. As you can imagine, that did not tickle. Now another guy, if you don't like gory stuff, you probably want to keep swiping. Anyway, another guy's on the edge of the roof, right? He's shooting with a framing nailer. Bang, 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 bang. Shoots himself through the foot with a framing nail, through the foot. Then he's like, oh no, and he goes to sit down. Well, guess what? Gravity's not on your side on this one. So he goes to lean back because he's not feeling good. And when he does, he just falls completely off. Not only does he fall completely off, then it rips the nail with his foot up and he does a backflip and lands face first into sticker bushes. Well, the crew was a bunch of rednecks and they come down and they're like, that's pretty stupid. He's like, so they're like, let's take a look at it. So they get some pliers and they pull it out. They're like, take it off. And they're like, it ain't bleeding that bad. It's just a puncture wound, it's fine. So then they put dip on either side of the puncture wound, put his sock back on and like, get back to work. I remember when I was young, I worked at a sawmill and some other dangerous stuff, high-rise roofing and stuff like that. And I remember they had all these rules like, if there's any accident whatsoever, if you get hurt at all on the job, you make sure to tell us and report it to your superior. And I'm like, okay. And I thought they were serious because they said so much about it. Now I know it's just for insurance purposes. So this guy slices his hand open and blood's gushing out or whatever. And I come over the ridge of the roof and I look at my boss and I go, Milton, Court cut his hand up real bad. It's bleeding pretty bad. He goes, he didn't even lift his head. He just goes, he ain't dead yet, is he? Get back to work. Like, you don't even understand how much guys on construction crews do not care about safety. But anyway, like I said, safety third.
Safety third.